Welcome back, beautiful people, to Mainly Everything. My name is John. Today, going to be doing my top 5 favorite tools that I bought. And this review is going to be kind of like as a maintenance technician. So, number 1, you're all going to expect this, I'm assuming. It is Knipex pliers wrench. This is probably my favorite tool. This is probably top of the list. And I've included the smaller sizes in as one tool. These are both fantastic. These are the 150s, 8603 150s, and these are the 8603 250s. Probably, yeah, just an amazing tool to use. I really do love the ratcheting mechanism on it too. For those who don't know these at all, I really highly suggest you check them out. Buy a pair. I know they're expensive for a tool, but they're absolutely 100% worth it. Let's see if I can demonstrate the small pair on something. Let's see here. Pretty much what they do, right, is they take the place of an adjustable wrench. And what's neat, though, is you can open it up, and it does lock, it does bite down. So they do kind of ratchet. So you do this, open them back up, move your hand out like that. I'm sure you know what these are. They're amazing. Stuff on this list is going to be kind of, you can probably kind of tell, but I'm going to put them all to the side. I let my coworkers borrow these sometimes, and they're like, "These things are awesome to use." I'm like, "Yeah, they are. Pricey though." Staying on the same trend is these guys. Again, you know, if you buy one, you might as well buy both. These are the Quickset Cobras, or just the Cobras. The Quickset just makes them be able to do that. It can ratchet up, and you can pull down whenever you're there. Amazing waterproof pliers. Far better, in my opinion. I know a lot of people will disagree. I guess it is just what you're used to, but I like them a lot better than a normal channel lock. These are kind of beat up now, kind of rusty. But little comparison. Little how wide the jaws can get. They're both the same size. But these things are phenomenal. The jaws are all kind of full of stuff because I use them often, but just amazing pliers. I use my, if I have to use those or something like that, and then I go back to these, there's an astounding difference. I've also included these small, I have 2 pair of these in my bag, but I've also included the smaller sizes. Again, love this tool. I did include the smaller sizes with both of these just because it is the same tool. It's just different sizes of them. But again, I really would like if they could make this mechanism where it can ratchet up no matter what in one of these guys. I think it would be really nice if they could do that. So, put this guy on top of him, put this guy on top of him, and then this guy here. Next tool. This is the last Knipex tool. It is the twin grips. These are the 8601 200s. 8601 200s. These are fantastic as well. They're phenomenal for spinning screws or anything you rounded off, or bolts you rounded off. They're just absolutely phenomenal. The jaws are just amazingly machined to where they bite no matter what. You can kind of use these as a pump plier too, but they're just such a fantastic design. I really wish they made a small version. Not this small, but like this maybe, or even like up to here. I feel like it would be such a good seller. So many people would be buying them. But these are like a standard slip joint plier, so you have 5 positions up here, all with the button push that Knipex is famous for. And they can open up that wide, and they're just Such a good plier. I love these things. Alright, next tool. Now, this one you probably won't be surprised on either because of how much I talk about it, but this little PB Swish PB8453 VO1. Version 1 to version 2 just takes version 1 has a couple of hex in it, and version 2 has Torx in it instead. I love this thing. Keep it in my pocket, run it almost every day. Probably 95% of the time I have this in my pocket. It is kind of awkward in a pocket sometimes, but just amazing. Awesome bit retention. My bits never really fall out of it or anything. Only thing I will say is these kind of become looser with time, the holders for it, and they kind of want to move around whenever you open it. They don't fall out, but they kind of want to move around. Sometimes it kind of jams you up and you can't close it all the way, but this thing's phenomenal. You can hear a little rattle from the bits in there too, but that's totally fine. I don't care about that. And with PB Swish stuff, you know, it's incredibly magnetic bit holder and bits. So that's an awesome tool as well. And this one you're not going to expect, but this guy right here, the Lennox 6-in-1, just a standard 6-in-1 with Phillips and flat on one side, and then a Phillips number 1 and flat, a smaller flat on the other side. This is the bit driver this is the screwdriver, I should say, that I use the most. I'm not worried about prying with it. I'm not worried about anything with it because they're wicked cheap, and it's comfortable in the hand. It has a good grippy texture. You can get torque on it. This is just what I use. I mean, it has a 5/16 here. It has a 1/4-inch nut driver there. I wanted to put the PB Swish bit driver in here, but it would be out of place because it's not my favorite. I like it a lot, but you're worried about bits with that thing because your bits are $3 a piece. You're worried about prying with it because you're worried it's going to break. It is a better bit driver. The bits in it are better pretty much. But I mean, $45 for the PB Swish one, or like $5, $6, $7, $8 for this guy, and you don't have to worry about it at all. So these are them. If I had to just kind of take 5 tools or 5 types of tools with me, it would be these guys. Again, my favorites out of them are these 2 or these 3. All of them are my favorite. That's why they're top 5. But I just absolutely love every one of these tools. I would highly recommend them to anybody. And anybody who buys these is not going to be upset by them, I don't think. I mean, I know people can get upset at a lot of things, but I don't think you'd be upset with any of these. This thing never falls out. I mean, it's not gonna fall out, and I've used it a lot. Yeah, I've used it a very large amount, so it's nothing. You can use this thing as a beater and go pick up another one if you break it. I mean, it's not something that you're worried about at all. That's what I really like about it, because a lot of times if you like lend a screwdriver to somebody else or anything like that, you're like, oh, don't pry with that one, or they're tools, you know. They're made to be strong, and this thing is pretty strong for what it is. But I love absolutely every one of these. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to ask them in the comments. And if you guys want to see I didn't include any power tools in this. Like, I could have included a surge or something because this is my favorite drill, but I kind of did top 5 hand tools here. And also just wanted to say thank you guys so much for the support I've been receiving from you guys. I have like 85 subscribers now or something. That's crazy to me. I think the channel has 20,000 views. That's ridiculous. Thank you guys so much. I never thought that would be a thing. I do have an Instagram and a Facebook now, so if you guys want to check it out over there. I'm thinking about doing a couple more, couple different types of videos too. I'd like to do kind of like an investing portfolio breakdown. I kind of like to show you guys how ads work, because I ran a couple ads on Facebook. I'd like to show you guys how those work and the results you see from those, and anything else you guys want to see, really. I don't really want to hide anything, you know what I mean? I don't really care. Like, if I, if I made any money from Facebook or something, I could tell you guys, or, you know what I mean? It's kind of, I feel like it's kind of cool and neat when people do that, because it kind of gives you kind of behind the scenes of a creator. But here are the tools, again, and thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye-bye.